Hey y'all, what's really good? Here we're back with another G.I. Joe 6-inch classified series review. So, I'm on a roll now. I'm feeling good, feeling great. And I gotta say, I'm very excited with this line. As I sit here and I play with them more and more, I get more excited and more happy. And I gotta honestly say, super duper into this line. There's no doubt about it. I will probably be collecting as many as I possibly can at this point. That's how cool this line is for me. So yeah, let's get into the review. I want to start by saying Duke absolutely looks like a Duke. Whether you read the comics, whether you are a 3¼ inch guy, whether you are a classic Joe guy, Duke has that sort of face that's so stern and plain, but they gave it personality that it just really works. As you can see, he has his military crew cut, which is like gonna be a go-to meme here. I'm pretty sure it is. But like I said, he's kind of like a mix of a blonde John Cena with a thinner face, and it just really works for me. I really like that they added the personality with the scar over the eye, giving him some sort of backstory that you may be interested in. So it's really cool to have Duke here in hand and really talk about how dope this is. Oh, I've got to take that off. This is the review, so I have to talk about that. But yeah, this has been really fantastic. These figures, articulation-wise, look-wise, feel-wise, have all been utterly fantastic. I think on mine, my Duke, I may only have one gripe that bothers me visually, and it may not be for everyone. So it just made me be me a thief, maybe a me thing. At a loss for words, really. So as you can see, he's looking straight up. He looks pretty cool. He has a standard look. This is actually, you can take this off just like with Scarlet. If you feel like you don't want that there, just turn the head down, put the arm out, take it off if you want. Or you can pop the head off, depending on how you feel like doing it. So let's actually take that off and just leave that off in there now. Yeah. And as you can see, you have a pretty cool standard G.I. Joe-like body. We have articulation where the neck is actually a separate piece as well too. So the neck actually gets some articulation to tilt side to side. We can actually tilt our head side to side a bit. We can rotate all the way around. We can go forward. We can go backwards. And then as far as the upper torso goes, we actually have a pretty decent butterfly joint that rotates in, as you can see here. We have our arm, which can extend pretty well up. Actually extend a little further. There we go. So it extends about that far up. We have our bicep swivel. We have our double joint, which actually rotates in. We have our horizontal joint on the wrist peg, and it's going to be a vertical one on the left hand and horizontal on the right. And articulation seems symmetrical with the exception of the hands. We have our forward ab crunch, which goes about, this far. Backwards, we get a more further extension. And then we have our belly abdomen articulation, which gives you a little bit more room to wiggle with. So that's actually pretty nice. Our belt has some loose movement, but that's okay because for a guy with regular clothes on and a bunch of tactical belts over it, I think he's doing a pretty great job. We have our sidearm holster. We have our cool new drop down method, which is going to be pretty cool and standard for pretty much all Joes at this point, which I'm a big fan of. Then we're going to have our boot cut, which even with the shin guards, they look pretty cool. The only problem I have is that my shin guard actually came with 2 right ones, or at least it feels like 2 right ones because the way it's shaped here at the bottom, it doesn't match up with the foot like the other one, which is kind of bumming me out. But, oh, actually, I see what happened. Mine's are actually reversed. So now I'm starting to see it. It looks like both of mine are actually reversed. And then what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to switch these pegs out. But I'm just noticing it. I got a bad one. But it's not going to bother me because articulation-wise, this guy is still dope. What I'm going to probably have to do is heat up the feet, take this out, heat up the boot, take it off, and swap them on each one. Which, you know what? It's whatever. It's still a cool toy. And again, we have a great range of movement here that allows him to get really posable and agile if you wanted to. But I'm pretty sure Duke is not going to be doing any crazy martial arts kicks like this. But it's good to be able to get him down in really cool poses. So a great instance is the crouching pose, which some of us like to do with our figures. And as you can see, if you want to come up with a game plan or look really cool or look at clues, he can actually do that with no problem, which is really dope. So let's get this guy standing up. Let's get his bandolier back on, which is going to go over and up. And we're going to talk about some accessories that your main man come with. So let's actually get this on. And this is why I like taking the head off. It actually just saves me a bunch of time instead of stretching it out. So now that we've got this guy all lined up, and I think that's my only gripe with this, that mine came a little defective with the feet wise, but otherwise he's dope. So you'll get your little water bottle, which you can actually place on the back of the belt. It also has a, oh, actually, I'm sorry. These are binoculars. It just looks like a water bottle, but these are actually binoculars. So excuse me in my excitement. Then we have his rifle. Rifle can fit in either hand with no problem. It's really up to you to decide on whether or not you want Duke to be right-handed or left-handed, unless you want to go by his files, and then, you know, then you can argue about it all day. We have our backpack, which has a shovel on the back, and it's green. So if you want to get your Army Man green there and make it look cool, as you can see, it looks pretty cool with it plugged into. Then you have your standard sidearm, which looks pretty cool and sizes out pretty well. See, it has a gold top. One thing I'm starting to notice on all my Joes, which I have not noticed before, is that at some point, all of them have this little communicator here, which I don't know if that's going to play a part in a TV show or a toy line, but it's here right now and it's prominent on all the Joes, with the exception of your boy Snake Eyes, who probably doesn't want to carry one because Snake Eyes is too cool for school. Now, Duke is actually really dope. I like the little white undershirt as well too. And I have absolutely had a fantastic time with these Joes. I think I'm only just now noticing my foot swapping debacle, which again, it does not bother me because it's fixable. But yeah, I mean, otherwise it's still a great time with the Joes. If I back this guy up like a U-Haul truck, we can get onto our size comparisons and show that Duke is at a pretty good size. And what's crazy dope is that, again, I'm going to state this now and I'm going to state in other reviews, none of these Joes are exactly the same size, which brings diversity to the line that you really wasn't going to get otherwise. And I really like that. So as we compare this guy to other Joes, here he is with Roblox. As you can see, that Roblox is bigger. Here we are with Scarlet. You can see that Scarlet is smaller. So let's actually get her to look towards the camera, right? Then you got your main man, Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes is only barely taller than Scarlet, not too much. And then if you put him up next to Destro, Destro kind of stands somewhere between Roblox and Duke. These guys actually look phenomenal all together. And again, none of them are the same height, so there's a diversity, there's a different look, there's a different body type for all of these guys. And I think them doing that means they're really putting an effort into this line. Considering this is Hasbro's baby, they are in a step in the excellent direction. So let's take all these guys away. So let's compare Duke with some other lines so we can see how this guy stacks up. First, we're gonna go with some bigger stuff. So here we are with a Mythic Legions. Don't mind his look, I'm just playing around with different looks. Here we are with a Brute, in case you want them to fight some Brutes. Then we're gonna go with a Marvel Legends Scourge body with a Kid Bashed head. You see Duke kind of sizes up really well with these guys. He's not too big, not too small, but he does fit well with them. Next up, we're gonna do a Mezco Me, which is on a Stealth Ops Gomez body. And as you can see, I kind of place not too much taller than Duke, but just around there. Here we are with a 1000 toy synthetic human. Then we're gonna do a 6-inch Spider-Man, so you can see just how a slimmer body looks up next to him. Now we're gonna do an SH Fig Arts Kamen Rider Cougar, which SHF is pretty much gonna be the smallest line. Oop, let's actually move you around. Sorry about that. So for the next batch of stuff, we're gonna do an Articulated Icons Ninja. And I think he's gonna be last, yeah. So we really have a really nice size with this guy that can size up with just about anyone, look really good, and doesn't look out of place even with the colors that he has on. So it's actually pretty cool. The G.I. Joe line that I've reviewed so far, that I've got my hands on, personally, I'm loving the way these guys look. I'm really excited and I'm having a great time with them. I really hope you guys enjoy the photos at the end, and hopefully you have something to look forward to when the line drops. So in the meantime, guys, I hope you've enjoyed. Hope you found this informative. Hope you check out the other videos too. And as always, please be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later. So guys, quick update on your boy Duke, who I just finished reviewing, but you'll see here at the end of the video. After taking these apart, it turns out this is actually the right part. It's just going to swivel inward to the left, which looks a little wonky on the leg, which is going to mess up the alignment. But overall, look-wise, it didn't bother me. I just wanted to test it and see if I was right or wrong. Turns out I was wrong. So I'm going to make sure I correct myself and go, these are actually the proper feet in the way it's designed. It's just, it looks wonky as it doesn't align with the rest of the leg. So I want to update you guys and let you guys know. Thank you always for watching. Be good, do good, drink your water. Later.